I've done 7 Marvel movies now. Every producer, every director, every stunt person, every costume designer, every PA has been white. But then when you do Black Panther, you have a black director, black producer, you have a black costume designer, you have a black stunt choreographer, you have a black, and I'm like, that's more racist than anything else. Because if you only can hire the black people for the black movie, are you saying they're not good enough when you have a mostly white cast?
So I found this clip on TikTok of Anthony Mackie talking about Marvel and hinting that there could be some racism within Marvel Studios. Now, of course, I'm gonna, I found this on a Twitter account, and it says, and this is from It's That Movie. It says, "I'm done with Anthony Mackie. First he said Man of Steel wasn't a good movie, which is subjective. I get it. But now he's saying Black Panther was a racist movie because it had an entirely black cast. Really?" And, I put the clip of Anthony Mackie so you guys don't have to search for it. It's at the very beginning of this video. You guys saw it by this point. But one thing I find funny about this tweet is, in a conversation about racism, this mofo really try to put that Man of Steel wasn't a good movie, as if anyone cares. Like, who cares? If you're talking about racism, it's like, why do you have to bring up Man of Steel? Now, what I don't like from what I'm seeing from people is I'm seeing people almost throw it off because Anthony Mackie has talked before. He says that, he has said some things that some Marvel fans are very upset at him with in the past. Now, there's new comment, and the thing is, one thing I don't like is we live in a time, and not a time, this has always been a thing, but people get so overly reactionary and will forget the humanity in someone. Sometimes you have to realize someone has a different perspective in life, someone has a different thing, but the important thing is that we have a conversation about it. Now, Anthony Mackie does bring up a good point in this, because when you look at a lot of these Marvel movies, you have producers, you have directors who are white, but then when it comes to Black Panther, a black-led movie that has an all-black cast except for Agent Coulson. Crap. I'm forgetting the name. Maybe I'm being racist. I just confused two white people as the same. Okay, you know what? If you guys want to cancel me, go ahead. Put out hashtag cancel Isaac. I don't fucking know, but no. Anyways, he does bring up a good point though. And the thing is, a lot of times we're here to talk about, or not here, but usually we're here to talk about how we should have some inclusion, we should have more representation. That is true. And especially Marvel. Marvel's been doing that a lot more in the past year. You had Shang-Chi, first Asian-led movie, then you had Captain Marvel, first female-led movie, then you had Black Widow came out, and yada, 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 yada. Medica Chavez, Hispanic girl, whatever. It's like we've had so much. We've seen that a lot from Marvel. We've seen that a lot from a lot of movies in the last few years. I'm also fine with representation. I don't care, as long as you make a good movie. I don't care if you have a female. I don't care if you have a black man. I don't care if you have a gay man. As long as you make a good movie, that's all I care about. In fact, sometimes people genuinely don't care. She-Hulk has a trans woman in it, and no one even noticed. Who fucking cares? Just make a good movie. As long, and there's times where movies or shows can get cringe with it. That first episode in She-Hulk, when Jennifer's talking to Bruce and she's saying how her life is far worse because of getting catcalled and all that. And while I get what they were trying to do, I just think that in that scene that was very, very cringy. Then you had Ghostbusters 2016, which I don't know how the hell genuine Hollywood producers looked at that and thought, we can make some money off of it. It baffles me that movie exists, and we've seen that there's times where it gets cringy. Now, usually, I know people are going to bring up this woke conversation. For the most part, I don't see movies as woke. I watched Strange Worlds, and everyone was talking about it as it's the Antichrist woke film. And I watched it, and I was like, no, that's a fairly decent movie. I mean, there's a gay guy in it, but, it's not it affects the plot. Even Loki, people were calling Loki woke because they confirmed that Loki was bisexual. But the thing is, even in that scene, they say it so vaguely that I didn't even get it the first time around, where he says, I like a bit of both, when he was talking about both men and women. It's like, who cares? Most of the time, it just gets stupid. Sure, there's times where I do think sometimes a movie can get preachy and can get annoying. Like Velma. Velma's a good example of this. Velma, most of the jokes were just white guy bad, you know, and I cringe at that too. I don't get me wrong, like, but at the same time, I also don't believe that it's as much as people think it is. It almost feels like it's this overlapping boogeyman. You know, a good example of that is the Mario movie. If you go search up Mario movie woke, you're going to see literally a lot of videos saying Mario movie is woke, but then you're also going to see another pantheon of videos that say Mario movie is the anti-woke film. You know, and there was even a time where people were actually, when Lightyear and Minions Rise of Gru came out around the same time, people were genuinely trying to make it out to seem like Minions Rise of Gru was an anti-woke film. That's why I don't even like being in the conversation, because it just gets so dipshit, it's stupid. But about this specific conversation, he does make a good point, because you're seeing that a lot of Hollywood wants to be more, oh, we're inclusive, we have black actors, we have Hispanic actors, you know, you're seeing that a lot. But Anthony Mackie does bring a good point. When it's a black-led movie, you have a black producers, black directors, blah, yada yada yada. But when it's the white man movie, you have white man, and I think that can feel shit, especially when it's this one black man movie and then multiple white guy movies. And it does bring up a good point. Now, I don't work in Marvel Studios. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. I don't know what their mentality is. So I am being very clear on that part. But Anthony Mackie does. He is a director, or not director. He's an actor who's worked on 7 films. So he, better than us, better than me, better than any one of y'all watching this video, unless you're Kevin Feige himself, knows damn well about Marvel Studios. I'm not saying Marvel's purposely trying to be exclusionary, trying to only pin black actors, black directors, and all that in just one movie, then the rest is white. I'm not saying that. But it is an interesting thing. To me, it does come off as virtue signaling. And to me, I find virtue signaling very cringe. I always hate it. Especially when I hate when someone is in a conversation about racism, and when they're called racist, their first immediate response is, I'm not racist. I have a Hispanic friend. I'm not racist. I have a black friend. I have an Asian friend. Who fucking cares? Just shut the fuck up, bro. If you have a friend of that race, you might not want to call them that specific thing. Like, if I have a black friend, I'm not going to call them the black friend. I'm going to call them a friend who happens to be black. It's like same thing with white people. I have a friend who happens to be white. My friendships aren't based on race. It's based on you as a person, how you treat me, how you treat others, the respect. Are you funny? Are you not? Whatever. To me, all I care about is if you're funny. If you're not funny, then you can go hit the hay. You know, if I'm prejudicial against something, it's against people who aren't funny. I'm just kidding, by the way. But no, I don't know. I think it's interesting Anthony Mackie brings up this comment. I am expecting people to make videos on this. I believe there's probably going to be people just going all crazy. Like, there's going to be some people being like, Anthony Mackie hates Marvel and he's against wokeness. And the thing is, that's happened with Anthony Mackie's comments before. Like, you know, but I don't know. I like Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson. I liked him as Captain America. And these comments he brought up, I think were interesting. I think it's worthy of a conversation. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you didn't enjoy it, then you are in fact the real racist. Just saying. I'm just kidding. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Ciao.